Driving position, very nice, although I do think it would be better for someone who is taller. Porsche 914 here is the car that really deserved better because, you know, it was a good, honest attempt at making an affordable sports car, and they did well. It handled well, it drove well, but Porsche enthusiasts just absolutely ripped into it for being co-created with Volkswagen. And I feel like that's completely unfair because, I mean, the Subaru BRZ was co-developed with Toyota, but no one cares because it drives great. For those people who rip into it for being a poser's car,
what color's my car favorite?
stop it. Oh, look at this military. It's really an everyday supercar. You can drive up and down a canyon road like your hair's on fire, and then you can go shopping in it.
It's great when Rory meets people who talk to him in a way, you know, like they recognize how much he knows about cars and they don't have to dumb it down so that somebody like me would understand.
I wasn't expecting what I got with my first conversation with Rory. What I got was a vast, deep knowledge of the industry and of cars and an enthusiasm for cars that I just had never really never experienced before. And you know, I'm in charge of our fleet of vehicles, and we happen to have a small fleet of vehicles in the Washington, D.C., Baltimore area. And I thought, wouldn't that be cool if I loaned the car, obviously to his parents.
I guess he called up and asked Kathleen and Rory if they would be interested in getting a loaner vehicle for a week to, you know, to check it out.
I think the first one we did was a CTS in 2014. And then last year, 2015, we were able to free up a Corvette Stingray. And and then he does a video review of the car, you know, a walk around of the car.
Has 460 horsepower and pulls a face rearranging 1.05 Gs on the skip pad. This, in classical music, is the 1812 Overture. So insane, they used cannons in crowded great halls. And that's exactly what this car sounds like. Also, it goes well with the orchestras of Led Zeppelin, Queen, and Aerosmith.
When he goes to the Baltimore Auto Show, he doesn't just cover GM cars, he covers the entire industry with his video walkarounds. And that's really where his deep, deep knowledge comes through.
It rides really, really well over smooth surfaces, but when you get to a bump, it feels like it sort of upsets the suspension, and I feel like the big wheel rims may have something to do with that.
So you know how to get in it. You already know about the hidden door handle.
Yeah, I feel like Ferraris have a sort of panache that...
I quite agree.
No
I quite agree. Good use of vocabulary there.
You probably won't sell this for a long time because it was the best for the last incredible manual Ferrari. But
I agree.
But when you do sell it, could I be first in line?
Sure.
In about 8 years or so, I'm probably going to get my first car. I want to be a race car driver, right? And so if I can control a wayward F2000 racer, I could easily control this.
Oh, well, that's a tough one.
It's a really tough one.
I think there's really two aspects of it. One, I'm obviously would be concerned about the danger and the instability of such a career, but I also feel disappointed that I don't think we can support him financially. There's an indoor electric go-kart racing that's been coming around in the air. It's becoming popular, called the Autobahn Indoor Speedway. And so Rory has been at Autobahn quite a few times. He's probably raced on their circuits, I don't know, maybe 15 races.
Yeah, and he loves it.
Not to brag, but I'm sort of like the go-kart expert in the area. I do indoor Autobahn Indoor Speedway.
I do.
I go to that place sometimes, and I have not had a finish yet below third. And I'm just imagining what it would be like to drive, I don't know, like 15 times faster at the highest. It would be great, and it's really the excitement factor that I really like.
Oh, wow. Teaching him how to drive, I hadn't even really thought about that one. Because Rory is very strong-willed, and it doesn't matter if he's done something before or not. He's already going to tell you the best way to do it. And it takes a lot of skill and perseverance to get him to maybe consider an alternative. So
And he takes driving so seriously that when we're in the supermarket, he always wants to have his own cart, and he drives it, he steers it around corners really, like, way too fast, of course, but the way that a driver would with, like, you know, the least exertion. You know, you go around the corners really quickly by being very strategic, and he drives a grocery cart in a way that concerns me, and I think when he starts driving a car, I don't know.
When you just went maybe a little bit too fast around that turn. Not that that was good speed, very good speed. That was fun. And in my opinion, there's no such thing as too fast, which is why I want to be a race car driver.
And what are your plans once you know how to drive?
I'd love to say buy a Ferrari F355, but the insurance rates for that must be awful, so I'll settle for a Fiesta ST instead.
Rory, I think probably around the same time he started going to auto shows, I guess he was 9, he started working on me for what his first car was going to be. And I don't know where he got the idea, but he seemed to be convinced I was going to buy him a car when he turned 16. I keep disabusing him of the idea, but he doesn't seem to catch on.
Honestly, though, I don't think my dad would love the idea of me owning this.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to lean on him to use his judgment and not to do what he calls spirited driving.
Right now, the ride is excellent, very smooth, very comfortable, because we're on a smooth, winding road. Oh, squirrel! Okay, that was a close one.